Okay guys, so let's unpack the new welding table. And that's everything. Let's show you what we've got. So, we have this, which is 6mm, I think, steel, and these, which basically slot into it like one big jigsaw, then a bunch of legs, and 0 instructions. I'll admit, I thought it came with casters. I don't see any casters, so I'm going no, but I do have some heavy duty casters that we can probably put on the bottom. But first job is to slot this lot together. So let's see how that goes. Probably speed this bit up. And that is the top together. It pretty much just slotted together. There's a little bit of schmoo on this one. Then it's quite big and quite floppy at this stage, so when it's all tacked together it should be a lot less floppy. So we'll have to clamp it together when we tack it together to make sure it stays as flat as possible. So yeah, let me move some stuff around and then we'll come back. Okay guys, I've just moved you around a bit. Plus I had to go and collect the big boy G-clamps. Well, sorry. The 8-inch one, I guess, might maybe count as A-bomb size. The little 4 inches, not so much. But I just wanted something to be able to clamp up these corners. Oh, the 4-inch ones aren't big enough. So that when I put the tack welds on, it actually stands a chance of being flat. Because obviously, these, the stringers, are flat. This is just a floppy piece of 6mm steel that has all the structural rigidity of a wet noodle until you bolt it to these things, or glue it rather, hot glue it, that being welding, to these things. So, be like that. Unfortunately, only one of my clamps is big enough. Yeah. Only one of my clamps is big enough. It's one at a time, folks. I'm not going to be fancy and try and TIG weld this in or anything. I'm just going to use this guy, which is my little, you can kind of see it, my little Clark 135 amp welder. It is not man enough for 6mm steel, but it's man enough for this stuff on like max chat, pretty much. Let's see if it's not long enough to plug in, unfortunately. Yep. You can tell it's not a particularly big machine because it plugs in with like a 13 amp fuse, 13 amp plug. Sorry. And this is my Hobbywell 5, I think. Mostly argon, 5% CO2. Set up. We'll go for max chat and about 7 on the wire feed. And I should really be wearing more than a t-shirt and a so I don't melt holes in myself. I'll put this on. Which, I'll be honest, I'm a bit of a fat kid. Doesn't fit all that well. Round clamp always works better if you actually, remember to plug that guy in. I guess by the end of this table I'll have got the hang of this. That's basically what I've got to do, like another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times. So I'll just pause you here while I do that. So, thought I'd bring you in and show you what my tacks look like. Some of them, not too bad. Some of them, not so good. But they'll probably do. However, I was feeling all proud of myself with my tacks. And then I realised the legs have to go on. Can you see what I've done? I've put a tack in that corner. But that leg is designed to go in that corner. And now it won't. So what I'm going to have to do is basically grind back one corner of the legs so that they'll sit right up in that corner. Because that is the right width for the support that goes part way down. So, yeah. Think the order of operations through before you start. Never mind. That's the next problem to tackle. Which might be a problem for tomorrow, but we'll see. So, I'll pause you there for a bit. Okay, guys. So, second day. I'm going to try and fix my slight snafu of putting all of the tacks in the outside corners of the corners. I've already done this to 2 of these uprights, basically just knock the sharp edges off. And then you can see I've just notched the corner with the grinder, basically. So I'll do that to the remaining two uprights, tack them in place, hopefully, you know, straight up at 90 degrees to everything. And then there's some cross pieces we can put in. So let's get on that. Should be this one. So make sure it fits snug up in there. Yeah. The only thing that I'd say disappointed me a little bit is that some of these uprights have got quite a bit of surface rust on them. I mean, it's nothing that wouldn't come off with the grinder, but you know, I'm not going to paint this table, so I'll just leave it as it is. So we just have to take them all in now and try and get them all square. Yeah, the question. I'll do that off camera and then bring you back. Okay guys, I moved you a bit. I thought I'd demonstrate what happens. For those of you who aren't aware, when you stick a tack on the outside, this was straight up before, and now, as you can see, very much not. Right, because it's pulled it to where the tack is. Another tack should true it up, more or less. This isn't super precision work, but I've got all four legs tacked on, and now I have some, you know, crossbars that go in here to pop on, like that one, and then we'll have what looks like a table. So I'll bring you back in a second. Or I might leave you there to see me struggle with this. Why not? I'll put you back on the tripod and you can watch me struggle. By the way, never weld in short sleeves. All of the things I'm currently doing. FYI, my helmet did not auto darken just then. That's fine. For the record, helmet goes a lot darker if you don't accidentally have it set to the grind setting. Let's just do some measuring and see how square we are. So all the legs are splayed out, just a hair. Let's see what we are. Corner to corner. 1, 3, 3, 3. 1, 3, 3, 3. And somebody thinks it would be easier if I was just a little bit taller. 1, 3, 2, 3. We're a whole 10 mil off square. Corner to corner. We could probably fix that. Let's see. Yeah. I think this will square up. So. I'm totally just sort of guessing where I want these. Oh, you can't see that at all, can you? Let me bring you around. Can you see that? There we go. I'm totally guessing where I want these. You know, I've guessed about whatever that is down from the top of the legs. Here, I'll show you. Now, 17 centimeters, 170 mil. Plus the casters that I'm going to put on the bottom. Let's see. Can you see that? Yeah. Probably that. So I've got these things. Now, I'm not really sure how I'm gonna put these on. I think I might get some plate. Not quite big enough, but you know. Cut some plate. Weld them to the plate, maybe? Like so. Not sure. Look for shorter casters. Smaller casters, I should say. Not sure yet. Either way, I definitely want it on wheels. So that's going to make it about 300. So nice. I like that. Let's make sure. Is it the same height on both ends? Yeah, I'm just going to tack that in and then repeat the process. So just to point, a ground clamp is down there, which is not a very good ground when you're up here on this bit. So nothing happened. Oh no, something happened. I got burnt. And then, well then up here, it's amazing how far the sparks will go. One went in the top of my helmet, down my face, down my t-shirt. It was fun. I'll leave you on for the rest so you can see me burn myself repeatedly. Shame I don't have any long clamps just to pull these two together. There, perfect. Less than perfect. The chances of this lining up when I get to the fourth leg, probably very slim. Okay, last one. Yes. That is what yeah, my friends, there's a welding table. How's it look, peoples? It's like a welding table. Here, let me take you off the thing and I'll show you around. Okay, welding table. Hello, internet weld inspectors. That is what you call not good. You know. Again. Focus. Pretty terrible. Getting better. Kind of see this. There it is. Dingle here. It's where I had no ground. Haha. So yeah, it's tacked in place. It was starting to get the hang by the time we go around here. But let's turn it up the other way and see what it looks like. Hey everybody. So a couple of days have gone by and I have finally finished welding everything together on this bench and fitting casters. I think I'm going to show you the welds because I'm not particularly proud of most of them. Some of them look passable. And then I'd get cocky and I'd be like trying to weld out of position or upside down or back to front or something, and it would look like a big pile of goo. Pretty sure they're all structurally sound, but we'll see. The wheels I fitted by taking some 100 by 100 squares of 3mm steel that I happen to have for welding practice, like coupons I guess. Cutting them down to about 80 by 100 and then drilling 4 holes in them on the pillar drill and then just welding them to the bottom of the legs. Still warm. Now I have the challenge of turning this right side up, which used to be easy until I put the wheels on it. Now every time I try and turn it the right way up, the side with the wheels on the ground wants to poke back off away from me. So I'm going to use that engine hoist, I think, to try and pick this thing up. Maybe. Like I've got a chain hoist, but nowhere really to hoist it from. So I'm thinking the engine crane. We'll see. I got to get that out. It's in the corner of the room, and I'll bring you back when I do. All right, little handheld cam for a second. How not to pick something up. I've only got a single strap. So it's probably all just going to try and poke off. I should really find the longer straps. I'll tell you what, let me find the longer straps and see. I've got it up on blocks so I can get a leg under it. Let's see if I have some straps long enough to kind of go around either end somehow. Maybe some G-clamps or something. All right, hold on. Let me set this back up. Okay, so I cheated. I enlisted the help of my fiancée and we picked it up and turned it over because, well, that was easier and she was free. So it's done. It is together and it is on wheels and it moves. Look. Moves and everything. A little high. I probably should have lopped the height of the casters off the legs before I put it all together. That would have made a lot of sense. I may have to do that at some point. It's going to be a fun game. But we'll see. I might just look for a tall stool to sit on so that I can be seated while I'm practicing TIG welding, mostly. But yeah, it's together. It's looks good. It's pretty sturdy. It's a little bit of wobble to it, but I think that's mostly the fact that it's on casters, to be honest, and not just sitting on the ground. If I took the wheels off, I'd hazard a guess it would be a bit more stable. But you know, you get what you pay for, as they say. Actually, I'd say this was really good value for money, considering it's a quarter the price of a a branded like flat weld or somebody welding table, and for what I'll be doing with it, should be more than man enough. I'm not doing like major fabrication. I don't need something that's ground level and smooth and flat. I just wanted a bench that I couldn't set fire to, and with like some clamping holes and stuff like that. First project, I guess, is going to be to build some clamps. There's videos on YouTube on how to do that. So I need to pick some of those up. And yeah, now at least I can wheel it back into the corner of the garage and get my garage space back and maybe actually bring the car back in. So yeah, all in all, I guess it probably took 4 hours. I'm not particularly fast when it comes to this sort of stuff. You could probably put it together more quickly if you had, I don't know, a little bit more space, a bit more practice. Didn't take you a couple of goes to get dialing on the right settings on the welder. If you were better at welding out of position so that you didn't have to move the table around to do the welding, that kind of thing. But yeah, I really like it. I'll probably leave a link to the eBay auction, which is nothing to do with me, in the description. And if you're in the UK and you like it, maybe pick one up. Let the guy know I sent you. And that's that for now. Oh, no. I'll talk about one more thing. Hold on. Let me go and get them. Got them. So, auto darkening welding helmets. This one is my Artec. It's like their basic auto darkening welding helmet. It doesn't take batteries. It's got the sensor on the top. It's really nice. It's decent clarity. Turn it down to 9 for most of the MIG welding that I'm doing, and you can actually see where you're going. I had it set to 13 for a long while. It's great, like you're not blinding yourself, but I can't see where my weld's going. But yesterday and today it started getting stuck on like full dark, so it was basically just a flip top lid. Bit of a pain, so I took it apart. It doesn't take batteries, it's just solar powered. So I don't know what that's about. I need to investigate, probably speak to Artec on Monday. It also got stuck. You'll see it once in the video probably where it wasn't on dark, and I thought I had it set to grind. I think it just didn't change. So I went and got this guy, which those two bits out. This guy. Flames. It's a little auto darkening welding helmet. It's same kind of module, but this one takes a battery. Word to the wise. Check the battery. There's a little button on the back that says test. Test it before you start using it, because I started using it and yeah, it didn't go dark. So I had one helmet that didn't go dark and one helmet that was stuck dark. Less than convenient. The Artec one is only intermittently stuck dark, so I went back to using that one. And just every time it got stuck, you'd take it off, set it to grind, and it would go clear, set it back to where you want it. And sometimes it would stay clear, and sometimes it would just go immediately dark again. And I must change the battery in this guy, which is just a little 2032 button cell, which I have many somewhere. So yeah, Artec makes some really nice kit. My TIG welder is Artec, which you'll, I guess, see me learning how to use. My MIG welder is an old Clark Weld MiG 135 TE, which wasn't new when I bought it. It was secondhand. I bought it off a guy in the Cobra Club. works fine. They're pretty basic. There's not a lot to go wrong with them. It's only 135 amps, but at max chat, that's about as much as you can pull through a 13 amp plug. So that's all I'm really ever going to use down here, unless maybe I put a 16 amp circuit in. This whole garage is fed, I think, off a 50 amp breaker in the house through 10 mil armored cable. So, you know, I don't want to pull huge amounts of it. It's already running a whole bunch of strip lights and a ring final circuit. So maybe I'll put a 16 amp commando socket on the wall over there. But yeah, I'm not going to change my MIG welder just yet. I'm not proficient enough with it, really. I've used a friend's Artec MIG welder, and it's beautiful. It's like night and day, honestly. That works. The Artec one just works better. But, you know, it's 400 pounds I don't have right now. So I will stick with learning on the very expensive Artec TIG welder I bought. And, yeah, hopefully show you guys some of that. So thanks for watching this probably slightly weirdly edited together video by the time you see it, because I didn't really plan this. You know, it was more of a just watch me do some stuff. I'll try and plan the learning videos a little bit, but you'll probably mostly be watching me sticking stuff together, just random stuff, until I actually get to maybe doing something real with it. I also have some plans for this welding bench. There's a couple of nice shots on Pinterest of people's tricked out welding benches with stuff like attached to the sides. I'll maybe pop a little picture in right here in the edit, maybe. I'd like to do some of that. I've got some ideas of stuff to show you on the lathe, and yeah, hopefully you'll get to see me make some stuff. If you like it. If you want to see more of it, subscribe. It'll basically be me knocking about in the garage, some bits of me building a Cobra, some bits of me fixing stuff, some bits of me making random stuff, and probably a lot of me learning to screw up TIG welding, because it's not as easy as it looks. So, like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.